Welcome, my ever faithful internet audience. This is Devang Pujit Roy from BAE 360, here to give you a gist about what's going on around you. So let's get into it. Beirut explosion, thousands injured across Lebanon. On Tuesday, a massive explosion ripped through central Beirut, killing dozens of people and injuring thousands. The blast sent up huge mushroom cloud-shaped shockwave and did damage to the distant building and flipped cars on its path. The explosion was registered as a 3.3 magnitude earthquake in the Lebanese capital. The Prime Minister, Hassan Daib, said that the explosion was caused by 2,750 tons of ammonium nitrate, a highly explosive material used in fertilizers and bombs. It was stored in a warehouse at a port near central Beirut for 6 years without any appropriate safety measures. The death tolls keeps on climbing as bodies are pulled out from the debris. 78 confirmed deaths and over 4,000 injured and many reported missing, including a few firefighters. One Beirut resident, who was several kilometers away from the blast site, said her windows had been shattered by the explosion. She said, and I quote, "What I felt was that it was an earthquake." Rani Masri told CNN. Jammu and Kashmir Jawan goes missing in Kulgam, burnt vehicle found. A Territorial Army Jawan has gone missing and his vehicle was found burnt in the Kulgam district of Kashmir, as reported by the officials. They suspect that he might have been kidnapped by the militants. The vehicle, registered in the name of Muzaffar Manzoor, a resident of Shopian district, was set on fire by unknown person at Rambhama area of South Kashmir's Kulgam district late Sunday night. They said Manzoor serves in the Territorial Army and could not be contacted. Tahir Hussain confesses of masterminding Northeast Delhi's riots, says wanted to teach lessons. As we are aware about the riots that took place in and near JNU when the CAA bill was passed, Tahir Hussain, along with 10 others, were accused of the violence and murder of police officials. The police sources say that his intention was to teach the Hindus a lesson using his political power and money. As per the police officials, Tahir used support from Khalid Saifi, former JNU student Umar Khalid, Ishrat Jahan, and Popular Front of India member Danish. The trio conspired to do something significant in the country capital for the government to roll back the decision of CAA. Some part of the population were not happy with the decision of the CAA or the way of implementing it. In my opinion, this was the emotion behind the riots at JNU. India's COVID count on Sunday, highest in the world. Talk about breaking records. We did it last Sunday when India added the highest number of fresh cases of COVID-19 among all countries. India had a count of 53,641, which was higher than US, which had a count of 49,038, and Brazil 24,801, the two countries with the highest caseloads of the virus. However, the death tolls rose to 814 on Saturday, becoming the second highest after 848 fatalities. The country is still under a dark phase and trying its best to come out of it. So stay home and stay safe. Mexico's school year to begin with instruction on television. The Education Board in Mexico has taken the initiative for distance learning for more than 30 million school students, but returning to the classrooms would remain an uncertain goal. The study sessions would be carried out through instructions via television networks as the pandemic continues to surge up there. Dinosaur diagnosed with bone cancer that affects humans today. Some news that dates back to the Jurassic period. Scientists say that dinosaurs were affected with osteosarcoma, an aggressive and malignant bone cancer that afflicts humans today. When a fossil of Centrosaurus was unearthed in Alberta, Canada in 1989, the malformed end of the fossilized bone was thought to be of a healing fracture. After detailed study and analysis using modern techniques which approached the diagnosis of the fossil as done for a human patient, revealed that it was osteosarcoma, a bone cancer prevalent in humans. IPL 2020. Emirates confirms BCCI's move to host IPL in the UAE. For all the cricket fans out there is some good news in this state of depression. It's official that Indian Premier League 2020 will be moving to the UAE this year. A letter of intent has been received by the Emirates Cricket Board from the BCCI to host the 13th edition of IPL in UAE. The UAE is expecting an influx of visitors in excess of 1400 as sport looks forward to witnessing one of its most gigantic exercises ever taken. The IPL has twice moved out of the country, the second time to the UAE itself. But pulling off a shift in the middle of a pandemic will be a massive effort. The piece of news shows that things are getting back to normal, if not completely, then slowly. Unlock 3.0. Jodhpur's restaurant serves special COVID curry and mask naan. After being hit by a slump in the business, they decided to open up the restaurant. The aim was not only to ensure increased footfall but also spread awareness. The dish is pure Jain dish, which is an improvement over the famous delicacy Malai Kofta curry. The difference is the kofta balls are shaped like the virus molecules, and the naan is a classic butter naan but in the shape of a mask. Last day we heard about the pandemic taking over the fashion, and now it's spreading over to the cuisine. There's improvement. So that's all for today. See you guys tomorrow with some more crispy updates. Keep following our Facebook page, BAE, Blog Anything and Everything, where we post new contents every day and welcome all the hidden talents out there. The link is in the description. Like, share, and don't forget to subscribe for daily updates. Thank you.